This film is brought to you by New York Life and its dedicated agents, proud sponsors of the NFL's team highlight films. New York Life, the company you keep. The San Diego Chargers enter the 1991 season eager to join the ranks of the NFL playoff elite. Dan Henning now possesses the most talented roster of his 3-year head coaching tenure. Aggressive acquisitions by team owner Alex Spanos, Vice Chairman Dean Spanos, and General Manager Bobby Beathard have greatly improved San Diego. Much of that improvement was discovered right in the Chargers' own backyard.
San Diego Chargers select Junior Seau, linebacker, USC.
Bring it home, baby. Right on, baby. There you go. Woo!
Oceanside's Junior Seau is living the ultimate dream by playing pro football in his hometown. Despite a switch from outside to inside linebacker, it did not take long for Seau to become a Chargers local hero.
I run and I can hit, and that's all you need to know right now. But at the same token, this is the NFL, and you've got to know more. You got to know the game, you got to have the knowledge. What I realize now is that the middle linebacker is a different breed from outside. I mean, reading, to being patient, it's more of a plug-hole type of deal, and that's what I learned so far in the NFL, and not to mention that, you know, under a microscope everywhere you go.
Even under such scrutiny, the Chargers obviously like what they saw of Seau. Junior was named to the NFL All-Rookie Squad, the first of many honors likely to be part of Seau's bright future. Other personnel improvements by the team's front office came through free agent channels. The addition of defensive backs Anthony Shelton and Donald Frank had instant impact. Frank, number 27, was a bulldog at cornerback and a feared hitter on special teams, while Shelton's rapid development literally grew by leaps and bounds. A free agent steal was number 57 linebacker Henry Rolling. Early season injuries thrust Rolling into the starting lineup, and Henry's knack for big plays made it all but impossible to sit him back down.
San Diego showing blitz. Kozar throws, intercepted! It's picked off by Rawlings at the 35 to the 40, down the sidelines to the 50. Into Cleveland territory, Rose runs into a blocker, keeps going to the 10, down to the 5, and out at the 5-yard line.
One of the Chargers' best Plan B signings was punter John Kidd, the king of the coffin corner. Kidd's precision kicks helped give the Chargers the best punt return coverage in the entire NFL. Another free agent find, John Carney, led the club in scoring, posted the best field goal percentage of any kicker in Charger history, and was named MVP of the special teams. That was an honor with several worthy candidates, including number 28, Donnie Elder.
There by the return man Elder, to the 15, to the 20, through a seam to the 30. Donnie Elder to the 40, to the 50, down the sideline. Donnie Elder's going to go to the 20. Donnie Elder, an unbelievable return.
Elder finished second in league kickoff returns and joined Steve Hendrickson as the two busiest tacklers on the top-rated special teams in all of football.
Kendrick Taylor backtracks to the 45. Stutter steps to the 50, 45, 40, down the sidelines to the 30. Kendrick Taylor gonna go all the way. Touchdown, San Diego!
While quality special teams have strengthened the Chargers, so did an excellent 1990 college draft. Along with top pick Seau, San Diego selections also included quarterback John Freeze. Freeze impressed in a late season effort against the Raiders and will compete for playing time in '91. Other notables from the class of '90 include tight end Derek Walker, number 89, who quickly became a member of the Chargers starting lineup. Number 84, wide receiver Walter Wilson, will be battling for a starter's role, along with number 81, Nate Lewis, whose potent kick-returning abilities complement his excellent pass-catching skills. Of all San Diego's personnel maneuverings of 1990, the most satisfying was the Plan B addition of running back Ronnie Harmon. Harmon was the Chargers' all-purpose heavyweight, a big play ball carrier with receiving skills to match.
On a second down, here's the give on the counter. Harmon through the hole, bolts to the 25, to the 30, out to the 40, runs to the 50, down the sidelines and knocked out of bounds at the Denver 41-yard line. Ronnie Harmon zigzagging his way through the entire defense.
Harmon finished third in team rushing and second in pass receptions, but he was first in the minds of the coaching staff when it came to third down plays. No one kept more Charger drives alive in more spectacular fashion than number 33. Even with these acquisitions, the Chargers personnel wizards are still at work. Another strong draft and Plan B signings have added even more talent for 1991.
Here's where Manhattan is, okay? And that's north, and that's the ocean. We're over here at Giant Stadium, and over here on the other side of Manhattan is Queens and Brooklyn on the other side of the river, so...
Oh, and that... I was hoping we could fly over and I could see the perspective, but I couldn't...
You'll see it on the way out.
With Dan Henning, the Chargers have a head coach who can map a course through some mean streets.
Man never been to New York.
Such avenues became even less inviting when Henning's Chargers routed the Jets in 1990's most lopsided win.
Ryan wants to throw. Good pressure. Sacked in the end zone. Safety, San Diego.
Stay solid inside now. Stay solid inside. Tell those guys in there when they come out, no matter what happens in there, we're going to find a way to run that ball today.
Man in motion, Walker, the give it, Butts cuts down to the 5, to the goal line, touchdown, San Diego!
I don't want them beating us in the head here, so if they start blitzing, they got to live with our pass, okay?
Tolliver to throw, arches into the end zone to Miller, got it! Touchdown, San Diego!
That solid line play, Alex. Solid line with him going for the mic, it don't matter where they're pitching. You know, we just pick him off and knock him in.
The give, Bernstein through the middle, runs to the 35, keeps going, keeps moving the pile, breaks a tackle, 20, 10, goal line, touchdown, San Diego!
That's way to pound that ball. That's way to pound that ball, man. Now you got it rolling.
With backs such as Rod Bernstein, number 82, no team in the AFC ran the ball better than the Chargers.
I know you're gonna dig this.
In his final 2 games, Rod rushed for nearly 200 yards, filling in admirably when starting back Marion Butts was sidelined by injury. Bernstein wasn't the only Charger familiar with the goal line offense. Linebacker Gary Plummer, number 50, became San Diego's jack-of-all-trades as the club's leading tackler, a special teams terror, and the Chargers' secret weapon touchdown machine.
I formation for Tolliver. The give, Plummer, got it! Touchdown, San Diego! Tolliver to throw, pump fakes, throws, Plummer, touchdown, San Diego! They throw to the linebacker who lined up as a fullback and the Chargers score!
Charger linebackers possessed a variety of talents. Number 54, Billy Ray Smith, displayed his receiving skills with interceptions in each of his first 2 games. Up front, defensive lineman Joe Phillips, number 75, and number 97 George Hinkle were short on finesse, but long on toughness. Hard hitting was also a virtue of a veteran secondary. Opposing receivers discovered that number 44 Martin Bayless and number 30 Sam Seal could dish it out or take it away. There is none better at pass thievery than longtime Charger fixture Gil Bird, number 22. In Week 8 against Tampa Bay, Bird swiped a pair and passed Dick Harris to become San Diego's all-time leading interceptor. The 8-year pro is not the swiftest corner in the game, but he may be the smartest.
I think my liabilities are my speed. I'm not the fastest cornerback out there, and I think every time I line up on any given Sunday, that receiver is faster than I am. So I have to use my asset more, and that's ability to anticipate what might be coming my way. That comes from just studying films to prepare myself on Sunday. And I think that's where my confidence comes in, not so much in my own ability, my flesh, but in the fact that I've done my homework.
Bird's studious approach to football has left a lasting impression. Over the past 3 years, no other player in the NFL has intercepted more passes than Gil Bird.
Here comes the rush, flushed out of the pocket, runs to the right, steps up, throws to the end zone, intercepted! Gil Bird picks it off in the end zone!
In the last decade, the Seattle Kingdome has been a house of horrors for San Diego. But in 1990, the Chargers finally broke the hex of a 10-year losing string with a decisive win against the Seahawks.
Nate Lewis at the 37, straight ahead to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, down the field to the 30, he's gonna go all the way! Touchdown, San Diego! Oliver long count at the line of scrimmage, play action, wants to throw, looking long, throw into the end zone, caught, touchdown!
Quarterback Billy Joe Tolliver showed the poise and made the kinds of plays that will be critical in 1991 if the Chargers hope to make the playoffs.
All right, guys, 3rd and 8. We got to have this. Buckle down now. Bunch right Zeke, auto left stack pass on White. Ready? Break.
Yeah, I think we can improve in all areas. We're a team that went 6-10 last year, so there's definite room for improvement everywhere. Probably the main area we need to improve is that quarterback. If we can find a guy that can play a little bit for us, I think we can be competitive.
Tolliver knows as well as anyone that his performance will go a long way towards determining the success of the San Diego Chargers. In his first full year under center, Tolliver could dazzle you one moment, puzzle you the next. But his skills are apparent, along with his eagerness to learn.
The thing that we like best about Billy is he has a great temperament. He doesn't let mistakes carry over to the next play or the next week. He has the ability to admit mistakes and go on and make progress.
Felt like hard pressure. The safety ran to Anthony. Felt like I had somebody coming in front and I couldn't step into the ball and do it like this.
Just bounce easy in there. Bounce easy, relax. You don't have to drill it. When they're open that big, you just bounce in there, shuffle, and throw the ball, and don't worry about it.
Another year's experience for Tolliver will strengthen the quarterback position, and he'll rely on the skills of such receivers as number 88 tight end Arthur Cox. H-backs Terry Orr and Joe Caravello, number 46, provide blocking power and additional pass-catching targets. And number 31, Craig McEwen, remains one of San Diego's most reliable offensive weapons. But in 1991, the Chargers' receiver of choice will still be number 83, Anthony Miller. Miller led the Chargers in receptions, yardage, and touchdown catches, numbers good enough to earn him a slot in the Pro Bowl starting lineup.
I think Anthony's probably one of the top 3 receivers in the league. You know, if he's not the top. The guy, he's got it all, he does it all. When the ball goes up in the air, he's one of the guys that wants it. I mean, he may be on the other side of the field and you're throwing it to somebody else, but he thinks it's his ball. And he's the type of guy who'll go get it for you.
Miller uses both his physical talents and a keen eye to exploit any weakness in his opponents.
When you come up and bump, you can get a chance to burst on them and get a little bit of separation. Like doing run plays, just test them out and see how they react. If they're reacting a little different, I'll change up and I'll keep changing up and then until I find a solution that works.
In San Diego, that solution is Anthony Miller. Anthony Miller, Pro Bowl selection, NFL superstar, and the heart and soul of the Chargers passing game. In 1990, the Charger girls made their cheerleading debut, and 3 stars on defense gave them plenty to shout about. Number 99, Lee Williams spearheaded the conference's best run defense, while continuing to build his reputation as one of the game's premier pass rushers.
No, I don't put myself on top of the mountain because, there's challenges out there every year. You have some dominating pass rushers in Bruce Smith and Reggie White, and I have a couple that play with me right here in San Diego. So I just try to go out and do whatever I can do to help us be successful.
Lee did plenty, winning Chargers Lineman of the Year honors while closing in on the all-time franchise sack record. Occupying San Diego's other defensive end spot is a character as flamboyant as Williams is modest. Bert Grossman will say anything about anyone at any time, producing chuckles by his teammates and consternation from his opponents. But for the NFL's quickest quipster, there is a method to his madness.
I say things, outrageous or whatever to motivate myself. We'll go into games sometimes and get individual goals set with me. You have to have something to motivate you.
I think it's just Bert being himself. So long as he's playing like he's playing, he can say anything he wants to because he's backing up on the field.
Grossman fires the opposition up, then proceeds to knock them down. In 1990, Bert had nearly as many sacks as he did one-liners, and the good word on Grossman is that he's only going to get better. Grossman and Lee Williams caused plenty of trouble, but 1990 Sackmaster Supreme in San Diego was number 91, linebacker Leslie O'Neal.
Leslie O'Neal is unique, and here's a guy that can do just about everything. And the defensive coaches have a scheme that takes advantage of Leslie's talents. He's plays up, but he rushes the passer most of the time. There's another guy, his motor's going full speed all the time. He's a wild man. He's all over the field. He's one of the guys that really makes our defense work.
For the second time in his career, O'Neal was named a starter in the Pro Bowl. While Leslie finished third among AFC sack leaders, the San Diego offensive line was superb in protecting Charger quarterbacks. Only one other NFL team allowed fewer sacks than all-rookie center Frank Cornish, guards Courtney Hall and David Richards, captain Broderick Thompson, and first-year tackles Eric Floyd and Leo Goaz. Along with Mark Rodenhauser and Mike Zandowski, the league's youngest line was equally proficient blocking for the AFC's top-ranked running attack. The foundation of the ground game was based on the most effective call in the Chargers playbook.
Our best running play, I think, it's a play we have called Wham.
Go with Posse and run the Wham.
We bring our H-back in motion when he comes and bangs the nose tackle or the defensive tackle. And we just send Butsy right up the gut and let him chew up yards.
Marion Butts is the NFL's ultimate success story. A 7th-round draft pick the year before, Butts set a franchise single-season rushing record, was voted team MVP, and a starting spot in the Pro Bowl. In just 2 years, he has become the most prolific big back in football.
As you might say, sometimes it's hard to tackle me because of my size. Once you get a large obstacle moving, it's hard to stop it. If you hit the people before they hit you, you'll be more successful at it, because the next time that you approach this person, they'll think twice before they run up and tackle you. And I guess I'm getting the job done.
Butts more than got the job done. He never fumbled, even once the entire year. And if Marion hadn't missed the last 2 games with injuries, he would likely have led the league in rushing.
Second down and 10, inside handoff. Here comes Butts, bouncing outside, runs to the 50, down the field to the 40, to the 30, Butts down to the 20, to the 10. Marion Butts rips off a huge 45-yard run.
You're having successful runs, you're doing things positive. It's a great feeling. You're contributing to the team's success. And it just gives you a great feeling inside. You just, while giving the ball more and more, you just want to keep running, keep running, keep running.
With Marion Butts leading the way, the San Diego Chargers are making big plans for the 1991 season.
Well, our goal as a team is to secure home field advantage in the playoffs. You got to win a division and be on top to do that, and that's what we're going out to do. You know, it's big talk for a team that went 6-10, but you got to set your goals somewhere, and that's where we're setting them.
I think we're better than a 6-10 team, and our guys know it. We'll come into training camp this year much more stable. I think we're a better team. I mean, we still have a long ways to go, but I think that we're a much better team than last year.
Armed with the AFC's best ground game, a powerful defense, tenacious special teams, and the influx of even more new talent, the San Diego Chargers are charging into '91, ready to take their place among football's finest teams.